And we are going to start laying down. And so take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And from this space of laying down, widen your heels to the high corners of your mat. Move your arms away from your body. Let the backs of the hands rest against the mat. Unhinge the jaw. The eyes can be open or closed, but I don't want you to do anything. I want you to just lay here. And if your mind starts to wander, because that's what the mind does, just remind it that what you're doing right now is laying down. Maybe you notice the way the breath comes in and out. Maybe you notice the weight of your body against the floor. And so just do that. Just lay here. Just notice breath. Just notice the sensations in your body. Just be here. Just be right here. And every time the mind drifts away, you just bring it back. Just gently, like, no, this is what we're doing right now. Now start to make the breath slightly deeper than it's been. Slightly more audible. Just that. Nothing more than that. Just make the breath slightly deeper and slightly more audible. And now just bring your right ear down to the floor. So just slowly start to roll the back of your head against the mat and just moving and stretching the neck. Not aggressively, smoothly. So as you do this, maybe when your left ear is down, you press a little more into the left shoulder, and maybe the right shoulder comes up off the ground a little bit. You don't have to. And then you just roll the head side to side. Maybe the right ear presses down and the right back of the shoulder, and the left shoulder just lifts up a little bit. Just rolling. So as you do this movement just side to side, you might begin to incrementally Like right now, my left ear is down, my right shoulder's coming up, and now the right side of my body is just starting to roll up, almost like I'm rolling to the left side, but not quite. And the same thing, you let the roll turn to the right ear down to the mat, and the left shoulder picks up, and maybe the left side of the body just lifts up a little bit, almost like you'd roll to the right, but not quite. So there's not a wrong way to do this. You're just moving the body in a very slow motion way, like you're thinking about rolling over to your right side to get up, but you decide not to. And so just keep doing that, side to side. And maybe ever so gently, as you move side to side, maybe like from the crown of the head down to the foot, right? That is like incrementally start to lift up a little bit more of the body. Like you're really thinking about rolling to one side totally, but then decide, no, not yet. Like now my right ear is down and my left sit bone is even lifting up, and I'm thinking about stacking my left leg over my right to roll to my right, but not quite. And just do that side to side. Just keep going. All right, now eventually, right? We must get up eventually. So the next time you have brought the right ear down to the ground, totally roll over onto your right side. And just from this right side, pause. And then press up to a seated position. I'm in a crossed leg seated. That can work. Probably the best way is that crossed leg seated. And now on an inhale, extend the arms up. And exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Just a little bit more of a twist. Come back to center. Inhale, both arms reach up facing me. And then exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Just keep doing that. Just go ahead, keep doing that with breath. Inhale. Exhale, open, twist. And whenever the mind, you just keep moving, okay? Whenever the mind starts to wander off into thinking, giving its attention to thinking, you just say, no, thank you. That's not what we're doing today. We're not doing that. Right now we're moving the body. So no thank you to the other things. Not aggressively, just graciously. No thank you. One more time, you come to center. And on the exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Come back to center, both arms reach up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Draw your torso over to the side. Come up to center, separate the palms. Inhale, other side, exhale, draw it over to the side. Come up to center, take a breath and reach the arms up. And exhale, hands either rest in your lap or one hand on your belly and one on your heart, or hands at heart center. Just pause. I had the good fortune of spending a lot of time in elementary classrooms, and I know that time will return again. But I'm reminded of these lovely elementary teachers. When the little ones do something not pleasing, they say, no, thank you, as a gracious redirection. So today, when your mind, and it will, wanders off into giving its attention to thought, I just want you to say, no, thank you. Right now, we are here giving our attention to our body, to our breath. Speaking of that, on an inhale, reach your arms up, stretch them up to frame your head. And then exhale, reach your hands forward and kind of crawl your body into downward facing dog. And as the body makes its way eventually into downward facing dog, just move around in down dog. Your hands at the top of the mat, your feet at the back, alternatingly maybe bending the knees. That's your choice. Or just be in the stillness of downward facing dog. That is totally up to you what you do with that stillness or movement. And now breathe into the stillness of down dog. Spread your fingers, feel energy in your hands. Your knees can be slightly bent so that there's no strain behind the backs of the knees. And pause and just breathe right here. Feel your hands. Notice your feet. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. On an inhale, halfway lift, heart forward, arms back. Exhale, empty out and fold. On an inhale, press down, reach the arms all of the way up. Exhale, empty out, fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. But with this exhale, step the left foot back to a low lunge. You have 2 feet and 2 hands on the mat. Now come all the way up, high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up. Ground down through your feet and relax the shoulders down on an exhale. So your right foot's forward and your left foot's back. Stretch up to the tips of the fingers on an inhale, and then exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Come back up to center on an inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Step back to downward facing dog and pause. From downward facing dog, take a very full belly breath in. And as you exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. On an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Press down, inhale, reach all of the way up. And as you exhale, empty out and fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. And with a fold, step the right foot back to a low lunge. Pause here. Just breathe. With your left foot forward and your right foot back, now reach the arms all the way up on an inhale. And with an exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Make sure that front knee doesn't cave in. Expand through the hands, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Come all the way up to center on an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to frame your front foot. Step back to downward facing dog and pause. In down dog, just practice being here. What does that mean? Feel your hands, notice them. Feel your feet against the earth, notice that. And when the mind wanders, and it will, you simply say, no, thank you. Right now, I'm here with this breath in. And on this exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Rise to standing, inhale, press down, reach all of the way up. Exhale, empty out and fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. And as you fold, step the left foot back, low lunge. Reach the arms up on an inhale to crescent. The front knee is bent, the back heel stacked over the ball of the foot. Stretch up to the tips of the fingers on an inhale. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Expand through the hands. Take a breath in. Stay here in this twist as you exhale. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift. Stretch up and back. It might be a little wobbly. That's okay. And as you exhale, bring your left hand down on the inside of the right foot, and the right arm stretches up. Maybe you reach the right arm out over the ear. Maybe you lower the left knee. Just be right here. That's it, just here. Like at the start of class when you were just laying down, just be right here. Now on an inhale, come back up to crescent lunge. Frame the head with the arms. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to downward facing dog. That's it. Just down dog. Take a full belly breath in. And on the exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Rise to standing. Press down. Reach all of the way up. Your left foot is forward. Your right foot is, oh no, your both feet are down. Sorry. Now exhale, fold forward. I got ahead of myself. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, as you fold, step the right foot back. Let's make sure we've got the left foot forward, that knee bent, and the right foot back. Now come all the way up to crescent lunge on an inhale. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Expand through the hands. Ground down through the feet. Flip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. And with an exhale, bring the right hand down on the inside of the left foot and stretch the left arm up. Stay open across the heart. Extend now, please, the left arm out over the ear and then just be here. Just here in this pose. Sweep the arms up on an inhale to frame the head. Exhale, hands come down. And now please step back to the top of a push-up, plank pose. Your knees can also be down, modified plank. You don't need a tense jaw. You don't need a strain in the throat. You don't need a crinkle of the space in between your eyes. I know you're in plank, just breathe. And when the mind wanders to something other than this moment, maybe because this moment is not pleasant, I don't know. You just say no thank you to that drifting mind. We are going to do very slow push-ups. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows, hover the chest. Knees can be down. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, bend the elbows, heart forward. Don't strain the chin by lifting it. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Do 4 more, just like that. Just 4. Just breathing in and breathing out. And when you get to that last one, that 4th one, shift back to child's pose with your sit bones on your heels, or come up onto your knees with your eyes closed. Pause. No thank you to a wandering mind. No thank you to unnecessary stress in the body. Now there's some that is built up stress, right? And it manifests in the body, but there's some that you can release and ease. Soften the skin of the shoulders. Relax the skin on the upper back. Take the gripping out of the muscles. Take a very expansive breath in and a very full breath out. On an inhale, come to hands and knees. If you're on your knees, you can stay on your knees. And as you exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Just down dog. Just be here. As we move in now to a little bit of a quicker flow, you can take it at your own pace, or you can stay with me. Take a full belly breath in. Exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. On an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Rise to standing. Inhale, press down. Reach all of the way up. Keep it moving. Exhale, empty out and fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to plank or modified plank. Take a full belly breath in. You choose lower, halfway, or all of the way down, just equal in the body. On an inhale, cobra with elbows bent, heart that lifts, chin that's relaxed, or up dog. Exhale through knees or through plank. Lift back up to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Rise to standing. Inhale, press down, reach all of the way up. Exhale, empty out, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to the top of a push-up. Pause. Draw the belly in, lift the thigh bones a little higher. Your knees can be down. Take a breath in. Lower halfway or all of the way. Come through to cobra or up dog. You're on the tops of your feet. And as you exhale, go to downward facing dog. From down dog, take a deep belly breath in. And on your exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Press down through your feet, rise up through your arms. Take a very deep belly breath in and then exhale, empty out and fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. And with an exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank or modified plank. Pause. Take a very full and expansive breath in. Exhale, lower halfway or all of the way. Come through to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale through knees or through plank, back to downward facing dog. One more just like that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Press down, inhale, rise all the way up. Arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift on a breath. Move it through vinyasa or don't. You can take yourself right back to downward facing dog. And when you get back to down dog, you can stay in down dog. You can come forward and pause in plank pose. You can go to child's pose or back on your knees with eyes closed in a seated upright position. And when your mind wanders, no, thank you. I'm right here. Be gentle when you speak to yourself. In fact, be gentle with your breath. Soften the breath. Even if you're still in plank, you don't have to be aggressive with this. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in and make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a deep belly breath in, expand. Exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. On an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Rise to standing, inhale, press down, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift again, but this exhale, step the left foot back, low lunge. Rise all the way up, high crescent lunge on an inhale. Right foot's forward, left foot's back. Now left arm forward, right arm back. Expand through the hands, take a breath in. Ground down through your feet, exhale. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. And with an exhale, left hand down on the inside of the right foot, right arm stretches up. Expand the underside, the left side of the body and the right side of the body. Maybe you sweep the right arm out over your ear. Stay here for a breath. Open up across the heart. We're going to come up and around a warrior two. So you can just let the right arm go back behind you, the left arm come up. It's a little bit of a windmill. So you're facing now the left side of the room. Right arm forward, left foot back. Front knee bent. Seal the outside of the left foot against the floor. Soften. This is the pose you're in. This is the place you're in. Nowhere else but this place. So stay in warrior two. Get into your body in this pose. Pay attention to the sensations in your body. And when your mind tries to steal you away from this moment, no thank you, because there's something that this moment is meant to teach. No matter how unpleasant the moment, no matter how pleasant the moment, there is a lesson. Stay in warrior two. Flip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. Let's straighten the right leg for just a moment. And then go ahead, move through vinyasa. That just means that you step back to plank or modified, lower halfway or all of the way. Come through to cobra or upward facing dog, and then back to down dog and pause. This is the pose you're in. Down dog. From downward facing dog, take a deep belly breath in. Exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. On an inhale, press down, reach the arms up, keep it moving. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, as you fold, step the right foot back, low lunge. Left foot's forward, reach the arms up on an inhale. Right arm forward, left arm back with an exhale. Flip the right palm, inhale, lift, stretch up and back. Exhale, right hand down on the inside of the left foot, left arm reaches up. Maybe it extends out over the ear. This is the pose you're in. This is the place you're in. Breathe. Stay open across the heart. One more breath in. Breath out. All right, come up and around. Warrior two facing the right side of your room. Left foot's forward. Left arm forward. Right leg straight and back. Right arm extending back. In warrior two. Unhinge the jaw. We're teaching the nervous system as we soften the face, take the tension out of it, soften the throat. We're teaching the nervous system here that we are in maybe an unpleasant place, but there's nothing to run from. If you're in the playlist, it's Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder, actually, Breathe, right? Just here, warrior two, I know you're here. Your brain isn't dragging you somewhere else to make you feel more comfortable, to make you feel more worried. Whatever it does certain things to drag you out, to plan, to worry, to reorganize. No, you're here in this pose, in these 2 feet, in this breath, just here. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back, and straighten the left leg. And as you exhale, hands come down to frame your front foot. Step back to plank and pause. Knees can be down, and if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. If you're here in plank or modified plank, breathe in and breathe out. This is the place you're in. Lift from underneath the armpits, expand across the heart, and don't, I rarely say this, but don't expend energy fighting where you are. Breathe into where you are. Give it space. Take another deep belly breath in. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up, cobra or up dog. Exhale through knees or through plank to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. You know this pattern. Inhale, press down, reach all of the way up. Exhale, empty out, fold forward. Inhale, lift on a breath. Exhale, as you fold, step the left foot back, low lunge. Right foot is forward. Inhale, reach the arms all of the way up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. Try not to cave that front knee in. Exhale, left hand down on the inside of the right foot, right arm straight up. Take a breath in, and then come up and around warrior two. Right foot forward, right arm forward, left heel down, left arm back. Flip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back, and straighten the right leg. Exhale, side angle, rebend the right knee. Place the right forearm lightly on the right thigh or right hand on the outside of the right foot. If you're collapsing the right side of the body, lift it up and lengthen it. Maybe the left arm extends out over the ear. If you have more weight forward, press into the outside of the left foot. Inside angle, be here and breathe. And you'll hit a point where you likely don't want to stay in the pose anymore. And you can create a safe boundary for your body and get the heck out of that pose. But the other thing you can do is breathe. If you're in my playlist, it just said breathe in the air. Give the discomfort a little space. And if the mind tries to drag you somewhere else, no, thank you. This is the place I am because this is the place I will learn from. Right here, not in a punishment like, oh, you'll learn from it. Not that. I know you're in side angle, breathe. It's because every time we do the work of staying in the moment, we're giving ourselves an opportunity to learn. All right, come out of it. Flip the right palm, straighten the right leg, get a beautiful stretch across the body, and then move through that vinyasa flow or step right back to downward facing dog. Together, take a breath in. And on the exhale, step, walk, or jump the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Rise to standing, press down, reach all the way up. Exhale, empty out and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, step the right foot back, low lunge. Sweep the arms up on an inhale, reach up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Flip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. Make sure that front knee stays bent. Exhale, right hand down on the inside of the left foot. Left arm stretches up. Maybe you extend the left arm out over the ear, just a breath. And then you come up and around warrior two, facing the right side of the room. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. Side angle, left forearm, left quad. Not a lot of weight on it. Lift and lengthen the left side of the body. Maybe the left hand goes to the outside of the left foot. Side angle, pause and breathe. If any part of your body is fighting this pose, why? You're fine. No thank you to that fight. You know, the practice of yoga and this mindfulness aspect has nothing to do with becoming passive. You are actively in this place. You feel your muscles. But there is this space of learning how to actively be in a place and understanding maybe the physical boundaries, the emotional, the mental, all those boundaries, paying attention. This is not passive. You are actively here, nowhere else. And this is work. Stay here in your feet. Stay in your breath. And picturing you and your bodies in this practice. One more breath in. Stay here. Breath out. Let's come out of it. On an inhale, reach the left arm back. You can straighten the left leg. Exhale, here we go. Pause in plank. Yes, again. Yes, again. Knees can be down. Doesn't matter. You are getting strong no matter what you choose. But take the fight out of the face, out of the mind. Give your attention to breath, sensations. Take a full belly breath in. Go ahead, move through the vinyasa flow or not. We'll meet back in down dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale, step walker, jump the feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty out and fold. Rise to standing. Inhale, press down, reach all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees and sit to chair. Draw your hands to heart center. Now, I promised no boat pose, but I did not promise no ab work. You're going to come all the way down to seated. You're going to tap your toes like your toes are tapped in the water. So your toes are like this. This is not boat pose. This is not boat pose, I promise. I don't break promises. So your arms can be up, your toes are down like you're dipping them in the water, or your fingertips can come back behind you to support you. And all that I want you to do from this place, a little bit of leaning back, your toes tipped in the water. All I want you to do is lift your right toes up and tap your right toes down. And then your left toes up and your left toes down. Now, you can keep alternating that, or both toes can lift up at a time. Now, this is technically not boat pose. You are lifting the toes and tapping them back in the water. Your fingertips can be back, that's fine. If you feel like your hip flexors are taking over, then I want you to sit up a little bit taller with that, okay? You're just alternatingly tapping the toes or both toes down and up. Just two more, down and up. Good. From here, roll down onto your back, draw your right knee into your chest. Your shoulder blades are up off the mat. You're rounding in and just alternatingly, right knee in, left leg out, left knee in, right leg out. You're just grabbing here. That's it. Just like this. Now, if you have a strain in your throat, lower your chin slightly. Just coming in now. You can keep your hands grabbing that shin as it comes in, or you can make the legs straight. That's your choice. Either way is fine. I hope you've not stopped and are just staring at the screen. You're doing this, right? Just a few breaths in. Remember, you can grab alternatingly here, shin. 4 more from where you are. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay totally down, just like the start of class. Your heels to the high corners of the mat, your arms down by your side. This is where you are, right here and now. No thank you to anything else. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. One more just like that. Full breath in. Long breath out. Good. Now you're still laying down. Bend your knees, flatten your feet to the ground, and take the outside of your right ankle against your left thigh. That hip stretch that we do. So the outside of your right ankle against the left thigh, you're laying totally down. Your right leg is making the shape of a 4, right? That bend. Take a breath in. If you don't feel this as you take a breath out, you might lift the left foot up off the mat. Your hands might weave behind that left thigh, this figure 4. Just a little rocking, maybe side to side. Good. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Flatten both feet to the ground. Both knees are bent. And now the other side. Take the outside of the left ankle against the right thigh. The right foot's on the ground. You're making that 4 shape. You might decide to lift the right foot up to give yourself a little bit more sensation in that left hip. Remember, no thank you to the thoughts that take you somewhere else. Take another full breath in. And a long breath out. Flatten both feet to the ground. Let the backs of your hands rest against the earth. Take a deep breath in. We're coming up to bridge. As you exhale, press down through your feet, press down through your arms, lift your sit bones up off the mat, hug your low belly in. If your knees are pointing out to the sides, angle them back in, creating long lines from hip bone to knee. Stay here. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Again, inhale to fill up with breath. Exhale, press down, lift up into bridge. From bridge, give an expansive breath across the heart. Exhale, let it all out, roll down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. Start to rock forward and back. If it works better for you to roll to your side, that's fine. Make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a very full breath in and a very long breath out. Lift your right leg in the air on an inhale. Bend the knee, stack the hips with an exhale. If you're collapsing into the left side of your body, give more weight to your right side. Elongate the left side of your body. On your next breath, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep and pause. Inhale, kick the leg back up. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. The elbows can bend. The heart goes forward. Try not to sink in the heads of your shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Inhale, lift the leg back up again in the air. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. You can stay here. You can bend the elbows. You can start to shift the heart forward. Keep the shoulder blades drawing onto the back. Maybe it turns into an arm balance where that left leg lifts up behind you. Draw the heart forward, tip the chest down, point the elbows to the back of the room. Inhale, lift the right leg back up again. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. You can flip this or not. If you flip it, the right foot comes down, opening up across the heart. On your next inhale, come back to a one-legged down dog with the right leg straight. Exhale, right foot in between the hands, stand the ball of the left. From here, come up to warrior three. Straighten the right leg, lift the left leg back behind you. Hands can be at heart center or arms can be extended forward. So you're on your right foot. Get the belly button lining up with your right ankle. Stretch the left leg back behind you. Draw the heart forward. You're right here in this pose because this is the pose that has something to open you up to right now, physically, mentally, emotionally. There's something to be learned. Stay here in warrior three. Come up to standing. Lift the left leg up in front of you. The knee can be bent or the leg can be straight. And just like we did when we were laying down, make this shape. Bend the right knee. Take the outside of the left ankle against the right thigh. So you're standing pigeon. Outside of the left ankle against the right thigh. You're standing up. Right knee is bent. Arms are up or hands are at heart center. Flex the left foot a lot. Don't fight. What do you do if you don't fight? What is it that you do when you're not fighting? It's not giving up. You can still be actively engaged in a place and not aggressively fighting it. On your next inhale, straighten the right leg, relift the left leg up in front of you, arms reach up, go back to warrior three, heart forward, left leg back, take a full breath in, warrior two, right knee bends, left foot lands. You're in warrior two facing the left side of the room. Flip the right palm, inhale, lift, stretch up and back, straighten your right leg, please. Triangle, right hand to your quad or to the shin. Left arm up, but don't collapse that right side body. I saw our friends at Victor Yoga Studio had this really nice, it was a beautiful image of triangle. That right side body parallel, lengthened to the ground. The left arm open, give weight to both feet. Together, take a full breath in. And on your exhale, return to warrior two, bending the front knee. Flip the right palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. Make your way through a vinyasa flow or step right back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee, stack the hips without collapsing the right side body. Elongate the right side body. Take a breath in and straighten the left leg. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Come forward. Inhale, kick the left leg back up. Move the waistline back a little bit. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Bend the elbows maybe, but don't dip the shoulders forward. On your next inhale, kick the left leg back behind you. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Bend the elbows. Maybe you give more weight forward. Stay right here. Open up across the heart. Full breath in. Good. Kick the leg back up on an inhale. Bend the knees. Stack the hips as you exhale. You can flip it or not. The left foot might come down. You're opening your heart up. On an inhale, reflip it if you did. Left leg lifts. And as you exhale, place the left foot in between the hands. Stay on the ball of the right. You're in a low lunge. And then lift up to warrior three. Straighten the left leg. Lift the right. Hands can be at heart center, or your arms can stretch out in front of you. And you're here in this pose. No thank you to anything else. Right here, in this left foot, in this breath, in the pushing back of the right foot, in the drawing of the heart forward. This is where you are. Come up to standing, lift the right leg up in front of you. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, take the outside of the right ankle against the left thigh. Bend the left knee, standing pigeon. Soften. Notice breath. On your next inhale, straighten the left leg, lift the right leg up in front of you. Exhale, kick the right foot back, but draw the heart forward into warrior three. Arms can be forward, hands can be at heart center. You are in this left foot. Take a breath in. Slowly bend the left knee, place the right foot to the back of the mat, warrior two. Flip the left palm, inhale, lift, stretch, up and back. Straighten the left leg. Exhale, triangle. Elongate the left side of the body. Try not to pop the right sit bone forward. Draw it back. Open up across the heart. Expand. Soften the face. Draw a full belly breath in. Exhale, return to warrior two. Left knee bends. Flip the left palm. Inhale, lift, stretch up and back. And as you exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a breath in. Stay here, take a breath out. Lift your heels on an inhale. Come forward into plank as you exhale. Lower your knees on hands and knees. Shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Just check that alignment out. Cat-cow on an inhale. Release the belly and the rib cage. Tilt the heart up. Exhale, round the spine. Shoulders round, tailbone tucks. Do that again. Inhale, expand across the chest. Open up across the heart. Exhale, push the mat away, round the spine. One more just like that. Inhale, open up across the heart, tilt up. Exhale, round the spine. Come to neutral spine. Just pause on hands and knees. Notice breath in and breath out. Extend the right arm only up on an inhale. Thread the right arm under the left, right ear to the floor. The sit bones can start to come back onto the heels. can walk the left fingertips forward a little bit. You can let the eyes close. This is the pose that you're in. No thank you to anything else. Take a very full breath in and a very long breath out. Unravel that. Reach the right arm back up. Place the right hand down. You're on hands and knees again. This inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, thread the left arm under the right. Left ear down to the floor. Maybe you walk the right fingertips forward. The sit bones come back onto the heels, and breathe in and breathe out. Expanding and contracting here in this moment. Unravel the left arm, reach it up. Exhale, left hand comes down. And then we're transitioning onto your back. So you can simply walk the knees forward, kind of crawl through. You know, before you go down onto your back, extend your legs out straight in front of you and come to staff pose seated. So your legs are straight out in front of you. Arms reach all the way up. Take a breath in, actively flex your feet. Exhale, fold over your legs. From this folded space, take a very deep belly breath in and a very long breath out. Do that again. Take a breath in and a long breath out. No thank you to anything else that is happening. Just right here, and roll down onto your back for Shavasana. If there is anything else that you need, go ahead and move through that. And while you are in Shavasana, laying down, I am going to make a transition with the video to outside, but you don't have to do anything at all. Just do this. Take a breath in and take a long breath out. And just be here. No thank you to anything else. So just like at the start of the practice, maybe you start to slowly roll your head side to side, almost as if you would come up to seated, but not quite yet. And you're more than welcome to stay laying down, but I did transition us outside. So if you'd like to make your way up to seated, you can slowly do that. Bringing yourself into a comfortable seated position. Letting the eyes open if you're seated to just see this world in front of you. Where you pause and just listen. Where you pause and maybe just see. Where you pause and maybe just feel this breath in and this breath out. And when the mind wanders off, and certainly it does, you simply say, no, thank you. No, thank you. This is where I am right now. Right here. No matter how often you need to bring yourself back with a really sweet or at least kind voice, you say no thank you. You say no thank you to those other places that your mind is dragging you to. And you do this practice of being here. In these sounds. In this seeing. In this body, in this breath, right here. Simply beginning again if the mind begins to wander off. Just here in this seeing and hearing and feeling and breathing. And pause, taking a very full breath in and a long breath out. If you've been laying down, you can start to bring yourself slowly to seated. And before we end the practice, I'd ask that if you're still on with me here, that you take a moment as a part of the practice to just comment. How do you feel? What do you notice? This piece of community is challenging on Facebook Live, and this invitation I have for you helps us to solidify and maintain that community. So before we formally end the practice, if you would just take a few moments to jot down your comments. How are you feeling? What are you noticing? You're welcome, Philip. Stay with us through this ending if you would, if you have time. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Lauren. We'll take just a few more moments to share, and then we'll end our practice together. Thank you, my friend. Thanks, Perry. As you're waiting for these comments to come up, you can head back to seated, maybe hands at heart center or in your lap or on your heart. Pause together to take a breath in and a breath out. The words you speak become the house you live in. The light and the truth in me honors and sees that in each of you, even virtually. Namaste.